All right, so let's open our project. Git demo. So we are working yesterday on this part. That's okay. And we were working on the merge part, right? So git branch. We are learning merging concept. Okay. So let us look into another scenario of a merge where we get a conflict. Hope you all have completed hands-on till this part. Have you all completed hands-on until on this part of branching, merging? How many of you have done the hands-on?
Have completed.
That's good. Whoever haven't completed or started, just pick up the pace and do work on it. Okay. So now we are on master branch. Now I'm just creating a file. Okay. You may create a file or make some changes. I'm creating a file created on master. Okay. I'm making the changes. Okay. So now if you do git status, right, you can see the file as untracked. So we do git add file 4. I'm adding it. Now we'll see the status as changes to be committed. So git commit minus am changes on master. Okay, I would like to leave it as this. Git status.
It
Right.
add
Yeah, that's a like a system generated file, right? So I'm not adding it. So yeah, I have made some changes, made some commit, right? So I have the commit and I have the file created, right? You can see the new commit and the changes over there. Okay, so perfect. I have the fourth commit here. Now I want to also work on the B1 branch parallelly. I want to continue my work on the other branch as well. So how to switch the branch? Git checkout
B1.
B1. Right, see here there is no fourth file, no commit. Even I'm not bothered. I want to generate, develop some functionality here. So I'm creating a new file on B1 branch. Okay. So I just made some changes. If I see the status, it would be like on branch B1. Now I would like to add these changes, git file 4, right? So So git add you have. Now I'm committing the changes. Sorry. Git commit minus m p1 branch changes. Now if you do git status, right? And also git log. So I made changes on B1 as well. There's a fourth commit and fourth file. Okay, fine. I'm working parallelly. So I have done with my changes on B1 branch. Now I want to integrate changes from B1. How to do that? How to integrate changes from one branch to another?
First go to the destination branch and git merge.
Right? So let's go to the destination branch. Here the destination branch is master. I want to integrate into master. So let's go to destination branch. Right. So here if I see the log, this is the log of master. Now I want to integrate changes from B1 to master. How to do that? How do we integrate changes?
Git merge.
Merge, right? So the syntax is git merge B1 destination is master. So what happens now? Will it merge successfully? Is it going to merge successfully? What happens now? Anyone?
No, no, because the commit IDs of a B1 are not available in on master.
Okay, let's see what happens now. I'll run this command. Okay, let me run this git merge. See, we're seeing something like automatic merge. Conflict, merge conflicts in file for automatic merge failed. Fix the conflicts and then commit the result. What does it mean? Automatic merge failed. Fix the conflicts and then commit the result. Means merge failed here, right? Merge failed, you have to fix the conflicts. Why merge failed? Anyone? Any reason why this merge failed?
Because of the same file.
Or anything else? Is it just because of the same file? So let us understand what happens with this, like why you get a conflict, what happens at the back end. Let us understand this thoroughly. Let's have a deep dive on this. So I'm sharing a black screen. Hope you all can see that. Now, what happens during the merge? Let's say this is the master branch, this is the B1 branch. What happened is actually I created first step, created file on master. File 4 is created, made a commit. Now, is this commit available on B1? Is this commit available here? No, right? Then what we did, second step, we came to B1 branch, made a file here, made a commit B. Is this commit available on master? It's not there, right? They were working like two parallel entities. It's not there. And now I'm trying, third step is I'm trying to merge. Merge from B1 to master. Here B1 is the source branch. Master is the destination branch. So I'm trying to integrate changes from B1 to master. Trying to integrate or trying to bring the changes from B1 to master. So whenever you merge, the concept is the commit history of B1 should come and sit into master. Commit history of B1 is, imagine it like a box. This is the commit history. Okay, and this is the commit history of master. Just commit A. Right? Now when this box is coming and sitting here, okay. Commit history of this branch is A and the incoming one is B. Right. So now Git has a confusion. Should it override the existing box and replace it with a new box? Isn't it? Meaning like, should it override this and put B, or should B be overwritten, or should it keep both? So Git has a confusion. Understood. So Git has a confusion which one to keep. If it is ignoring A means it's like overwriting. It's ignoring B, right? It can't do it. So which one to keep? Git has a confusion. Git has a question. So that's where, like, to avoid this confusion means, because Git cannot make a decision at this point of time. So Git creates a conflict. It shows as a conflict because it cannot decide. It is telling user that there's a conflict. Fix the conflict and commit the results. It's not overriding, it's not ignoring, it's telling you there is a conflict. Right? So, what is the reason for conflict? First reason is same file along with, it's not just same file along with source missing some commits that are on destination. Right? Means, see here, source branch is B1. It's missing commit A. If commit A was also here, when you are merging, both will go and sit into master. There is no confusion for Git. Git is after all a tool. It cannot make a decision, right? Got it right, all of you?
Yes, you are
So,
right.
do we
Right?
need to commit and source?
Sorry?
I mean, do we need to commit it and source? Or
Do we need to? Voice is not clear.
committing? I mean, do we need to commit it
How
only on the
to
source?
resolve bill? See, first you have you understood the reason for conflict?
Yes, got it.
So
Correct.
this is the conflict. Now how to resolve we will learn. Okay, this is a conflict scenario. Some people or else there is a misunderstanding that if it's the same file you will get a conflict. Let's take another example. File 1, there is commit branch is created at this point. So file 1 is there, commit A is there. Then if you make commit B, same file, but you don't get a conflict because source is not missing any comments that are there on destination. Understood?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
So this is the result like don't get a conflict. So the conflict is same file along with source missing some comments that are there on destination, then you get a conflict. So you need to have the clarity on what areas you get a conflict, right? So now, okay, fine, you got a conflict. How do you fix it? How do you resolve? Like I told you, Git is a tool, it cannot take a decision. As a owner of the changes, your file, you have to make the changes. See, whenever you get a conflict, open the file in an editor. Editor could be Notepad, Notepad plus plus, anything, right? If it is Notepad also, you can open it. Let me open it. I'm opening it. See here, this is how it would look like. This is how it would look like. Head means content from the current branch. This means content from the um, like the source branch, right? It will show you both. It's very difficult to edit in a notepad, right? So VS Code provides, again, this is again an option flexibility that VS Code offers. This editor offers. See here, current changes from the destination branch. This is incoming changes. Also, there is very like flexible options available that accept current change, accept incoming change, accept both, compare the changes. Right? Understood? So you have all of that. So I can do accept current change or whatever you want. You can edit the file like how you want it to be. Remember, these are the conflicts coming within my own repository, right? So I can edit the file like how I want it to be. So I want to keep both. I'm selecting this. Save it. When you make any changes in a Git, what you do? Git commit -m resolve the conflicts. That's all. That's how you resolve the conflict. Means edit the file, commit the changes. That's how you resolve the conflicts. Understood? Oh, commit is not possible. You have unmerged files. First, I made some changes. Let me add those. Git add, git commit, add and commit. I should do add and commit. -a is missed. That's why. Right? Now, if you see the status, it's clean. Now the master branch, destination branch got both the lines in file 4. Do you know what changes would be there on the other branch? Like what changes would be there on B1 branch? File 4 on B1, will it have both the lines or only one line? What do you think?
On
Did
branch B1, one line only.
See, one line only because the destination branch will be affected when you make the changes, right? Not the source branch. When you merge, destination branch is the one that is affected. This is how you resolve the conflict. Got it, everyone? Understood? Any questions, confusions in this part? So I would like to remind you we were still on local repository and this is how you resolve the conflict. Okay, there is also a way to resolve the conflict. I mean, there is also options or possibilities where you get conflicts on remote, like with some other changes. Again, the concept behind it is same. Why you get a conflict, how do you resolve it? We'll also see those use cases once we get into our remote repositories. Any questions? Okay, all right. So, yeah, hope the concept of branching and merging is clear for all of you. We can also delete the branches. I'll show you deleting the branches at a later point because we need these branches for demonstrations. Later on, we'll do a cleanup on them. Okay. So now let us get into another concept called stash. Good to proceed. Appreciate your responses. Can I go on?
Please.
Right. Right, so let us talk about stash. I'll explain you this with an example. Suppose you are on your working directory making some changes on file 1 and file 2. Okay, I'm just modifying these files and yeah, half of the work is done. Then some immediate or priority task came in from my manager that I have to commit file 3 changes. Okay, so file 1, file 2 changes are half of the work is done, right? So at the time when I'm committing this, it will prompt me about file 1 and file 2 and I have to like ask to add and commit. But I don't want to commit them because they are only halfway done. At the same time, I don't want to discard them. So what you can do, you can just move them to some temporary shelves so that you need not discard them or you need not you don't have to commit incomplete changes or half of the halfway done changes, right? So you can move them to on temporary shells, which is called stash, right? Also, when you get your changes back to your working directory, that's called unstash. Changes from temporary shelves to it means like, okay, you are done with the priority tasks, you want to get them back, you can do unstash. So that's a simple concept of stash and unstash. There are different ways you can do it, different types of stashes. We'll look into those one by one. But the whole point is, if you have any unstaged changes in your working directory, because they are unstaged, you will be asked to commit them. But I can't commit them because they are only incomplete, right? At the same time, I don't want to discard them. I want to put them on temporary shelves by doing stash. And once I'm done with my work, I can get the changes back, which is unstash. Is this much clear now?
So yeah, I have a
Let's
question here. So
go
when
for
we do,
hands-on. Hmm.
so sorry, so when we do add, we can specify the file that we want added from the working directory. So why do we have to stash them?
Always the best practice is, or the thumb rule is, when you commit your changes or when you push to remote or when you are doing merge, always the thumb rule is to keep your repository clean and clear, right? Not that you always have here some files here and you add only certain files and commit those files. Generally, we do a whole commit. We do git commit on the staging means whatever in the staging area will be committed. We don't put a check there to keep only few files moving across. That's a general practice or the best practice. So, in such cases, we'll stash them to temporary shells. Sorry.
Okay, so it's basically to just maintain the hygiene, but we can achieve the same output by specifying the file that we want to be added or committed.
Correct, correct.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
So let me show you that. I'm on branch B1. You can do it on any branch. Anyhow, I'm going to master. And if you see the status, okay. Yeah. So you can see here on branch master, it's all clean. So let's do one thing. Take any files, any one file or whatever. So I'm taking file 1, file 2. Okay, I'm making some changes. So are those unstaged changes or staged changes? Let's do the status to check this out. Right? Changes not staged. So it has got some unstaged changes. These changes are in the working directory. And so you have to add and then commit. But let's say I don't want to add and commit as of now. They're in the working directory, right? So I don't want to add and commit. At the same time, I don't want to lose them, right? So I want to put them on temporary shells where I'll do git stash, right? See here, saved the working directory, right? It saved the working directory means where did it save? What happened? See the status, it's clean. Means are my changes gone? See file 1, that unstaged changes is no more. And file 2 also the unstaged changes no more. So means the changes are gone or what happened? So those were stashed. How do you see they were stashed or not? Git stash list. Right? You can see whenever you stash a stash number is generated. Do you see this? Right? And you can do git stash show stash number. Right? That's how you can see what are all the files that were stashed. It was showing file 1 stashed, file 2 stashed. Understood? Now the
And
repository.
so a quick question. So we can stash it in only working directory. Is that correct? Or
Changes in the working directory can be stashed. And changes in the working directory are of how many types?
Untracked and modified.
Untracked and what is the other name? What is the second next type?
Modified.
unstaged?
Untracked and unstaged. So we are stashing now unstaged changes. Means file is not new. File is already there. Right? So whatever both are in working directory only. Unstaged changes we are stashing. Sorry, not staged, stashed. We are stashing this one. You can stash untracked also, but you should use stash minus u flag. This one, simple stash. Okay.
Okay. And since these are locally stored, so if so these are specific to a developer profile, so nobody else can unstash, right? It's only the same ID who can do it.
We are in the local repository. As per the architectural diagram, we are still in local repository. Right? So they are confined for each individual user.
Okay.
So now I see the changes were stashed. If I want to unstash, the command is git stash pop stash number. Whenever you stash it, a stash number will be created and stash number starts from index 0. So stash pop stash number. So your changes will be back to the working directory. Also, it will clean up from the temporary shells. Means whatever in the temporary shells, they'll be cleaned up. Let me show you. See here, they're back to working directory. Do you see that? Also, drop this stash. Drop this means shelves are cleaned. Stash list is not showing anything. Means temporary shelves are cleaned up. Is this clear for everyone? So this is how a stash and a simple unstash would work. Again, I'm stashing it. Changes are gone. I got the stash list. How to unstash?
Oh,
and the stash number, right? Or else there is another way to unstash. Apply. What is the difference? Only the difference is they'll not be removed from temporary shells. You still have a copy on it. Why do you need it? I'll tell you, but first understand the use case. See, changes are back to working directory. A copy is also there on the temporary shells. When do you need it? Why do you need it? In case if you want to continue this incomplete work on some other branches, then you may have to unstash it. Right. So means if you maintain a copy here, you can unstash into another branch and continue that incomplete work there. So that is where you may do this unstash, I mean stash apply. Because stash is at a repository level. You can unstash it into another branches also, like other branches also. Am I clear and understood?
No. So you said it's at repository level. So uh, you're saying it is at a remote level, right? And under
Not
remote, we
remote
can have
level,
multiple
not
branches.
remote level. Repository level, local repository level.
I see. Okay.
So in other branch, like now I am working on master branch, you can also get them into unstash into B1. Switch to B1, run that pop apply or stash apply or stash pop, get the changes there and then make the changes over there.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the importance of stash apply and the difference between stash pop and stash list. So though you got the changes, you maintain a copy here. Later on, if you just want to clean up your temporary shells, not you don't want to bring them back to working directory, but just clean up the temporary shells, you can do that with the git stash drop stash number. That will delete that particular stash from temporary shells without unstashing. Ordinarily, they have unstashed. So if you want to clean up also, you can use the stash drop. Right? Okay, so you are clear with now stash, unstash of two types, pop and apply. Now I have got certain files here, right? Now I want to stash again. Git stash. Now, whatever in the working directory will be unstashed. Of course, all the unstaged changes in the working directory will be unstashed. It could be one file or it could be two files, right? But let us suppose I want to unstash only any particular file. Is it possible? Isn't it? Because I may have two changes, but I want to commit one, but one of them I have to unstash. Sorry, one of them I have to stash. But if I use git stash command, it's not possible, right? Git stash means it will stash everything you have. So how do you stash a particular file? That is called partial stash or a specific stash where you will use -p flag. Right? If you do this, it will prompt you on every file, like, do you want to go ahead stashing this? So it tells you, say yes or no, and also I'll put yes. Then you are seeing this, so it will do no, right? So, like I said, no to this file 2. So file 2 is still in the working directory. Do you see that? Right? Only one file is stashed. File 1 is stashed. Now, if you see stash list, because there's already one stash, isn't it? Oh, I dropped it. Okay. So it was stash. Now, if you want to stash second file separately, again stash, just stash will do, it's just one file only, two stash numbers. Whichever you can unstash, you can use that stash number and get the changes back to working directory. Is the concept clear, everyone? Later on, if you want to,
No,
later on,
I'm good.
right. Later on, if you want to get a stash drop any particular stash, you can do the 0 or 1 or right. That will delete each stash separately. Suppose if you want to drop everything, git stash clear. See, right? That's how you can clean up the complete temporary shells. So that's about
Yeah,
stash.
yeah. Excuse me, I have a question. These are commands, right? Do they have like in terms of the the like if you want to operate them, like list all the commands, or it's just like case by case?
You are asking about these commands.
Yeah, like the stash and this clear, the syntax and all that. Is it just by practice, or is there like where they can say like PS minus EF, like where you pipes, it tells you the different options, or you just kind of um
Okay.
know how to use them.
Okay. Like you should know the main command, right? The main command is stash. You have sub commands for every command. You can use help
Yeah,
stash.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, yeah, that's yeah. So it has a help.
It will open a manual, git manual, right? It will tell you
Can
git.
can you do that again? How do you do that?
I'll do that. So stash the changes in a dirty working directory away. So these are all the sub commands: list, show, drop, pop, apply, branch, push, save. So many are there. You don't have to learn all of them. You don't have to by heart, memorize, or all of that. Depending on the use case, you can go through that manual and use the option because it's not possible to memorize and by heart all these
Yeah,
options.
yeah, just to see the yeah,
Also,
that's what I was saying. So you have like a library where you can, so you type help or
right. Also, you never use all of this, right? Also, no one knows all of these commands, and the way is to refer this man pages. Those are called man pages, git man
yeah,
page.
that's what, okay. So it has a man page. Okay, that's what I want. Okay,
This is the command git stash help. Not only this,
use stash help.
any
Okay,
command.
all right.
Log is, you should know the main command like log, stash, merge, branch, any git command. Main command you should know. Sub
So
command,
you have two like spaces, then help. It will bring it up.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right.
this is coming up. Okay, that's where see lot of options for log also if you want to customize or if you want to do see the log of only from specific date to so and so date. All of those are there. Okay, you can play around with this. So that is how the stash concept works. Let me reiterate or bring this commands once again. Just a sec. So the commands are if you want to move the sorry. If you want to move the changes from working directory to temporary shells, command is git stash. Mm. If you want to move them from temporary shells, that's a git stash, git stash pop, right? One thing, it will bring the changes from temporary shells, also delete from temporary shells. Right, that's what pop will do. It will also delete from temporary shells. So for the same thing you have git stash apply, but it will not delete from temporary shells, right? And then you have git stash minus b to stash a particular file, and then git stash drop the stash number, which will which will delete only that particular stash. And the next command is git stash clear, which will clean all the stashes from temporary shells. Are we good and clear with this? Any questions from anyone? This is the whole concept of stash. So any questions, let me know. And so today we have seen the merge concept. Yesterday we have seen a simple fast forward straightforward merge. Today we have seen merge with conflicts and this stash. And then comes the far more advanced concept called rebase. Before going to rebase concept, any questions from anyone, or if it is clear, we'll proceed to the next part. Good to go, or any queries from anyone?
So a quick question. So are we going to cover the branching strategies later?
Yes. When we
Okay.
create a pipeline, we'll talk about those.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So now I'll talk about another interesting and far advanced concept called rebase. To understand this, let me take a simple use case. Let's say there's a master branch. There is some commit A, commit B. Then we made some branch called B2. Again, we have commit A, commit B. Right. So I created a branch from branch B2 from master, and then parallel development is happening. Like in the master branch, I made some commit C. Here I'm making some commit D, and like that's how development is happening. And then after some time, I just realized, or else I just had a requirement that I want to integrate changes from master to B2. What is that called as integrating changes from master to, I mean, integrating changes from one branch to another? What is that called as?
Merge.
Merge, right? So if I merge it, the commit history of P2 would be something like A, B, D. Whenever you merge, you might have noticed it, a new commit ID will be added into the destination branch as a topmost commit ID. Correct? Right, this is how a new commit ID will be added into the current branch, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, so this is how it would be. But, okay, let's suppose if there is a conflict also, this is what it would happen. A, B, D, but conflict scenario, ID may be different. Okay, let me put M here, like some new ID. Whereas if it is no conflict, then then it would be commit C, correct? If no conflict, same commit ID will comment it here. This is what happens when you merge. Means if you observe this, whenever you are integrating changes from one branch to another, a new commit ID will be added into the destination branch. Just because you are integrating, right? Means when you see that it looks like as though you made some commit, a latest commit into the current branch, but that's not true. We are just integrating changes from one branch to another. So if this is the case, we don't know which changes are made in which branch. At some point of time, you will see they were made into the source branch. This is from this is from parent branch. This is from child branch. Again from parent branch and all. Parent means from where you created a branch, right? That's how your commit history would be. But let's suppose I want the same functionality. I want to integrate changes from one branch to another. I want the same functionality, but yeah, I want the same functionality, but I want the log history this way. C should comment between B and D. Why between B and D? Between B and D because C is made first, then D, right? Also, all the parent commits first. First, all the parent branch commits. Means parent means first it's a master. From master, we created this B2. This is a child branch, right? So first parent commits, then the child commits. Means it shows the linear log history. Linear log history. Right, it shows a linear log history. Means development is happening linearly, not parallelly, right? So that is what is called um, a rebase. Means rebase is also kind of merge, but it will rewrite the log history and it shows linear development. Means if someone sees that, it shows that okay, development is happening linearly, not parallelly. Because this will help us avoid unnecessary commit IDs into the branch, right? So if you want to rewrite a log history and have this kind of log history, that's called rebase. Means rebase is also kind of merge. Functionality wise same. It's integrating changes from one branch to another. But it rewrites the log history. When do you do that? For smaller, simpler projects, if we need a clean, linear log history, that's where you may go for rebase. This type of rebase is again only for local branches. If you have pushed your branches to remote, right? If you have pushed your branches to remote, this is not possible. You should not be doing it actually. Thumb rule is or golden rule is you should do only for local branches. If they were already pushed to remote and others are using it, we shouldn't do it. And this is also a feature which beginners are warned about. This has a limited usage, but we'll use another kind of rebase on remote repositories, which follows the similar concept. Concept is same. We'll look into that. Any questions from anyone in this part?
Yes, sorry, I have a question. So first we do the merge and then we do the rebase to maintain the logs hygiene. Is that correct?
No, not correct. We do either merge or rebase, not one after the other. Either merge or rebase. If you merge, this is how commit history would look like. If you do rebase, this is how commit history would look like. Two use cases.
Can you go over that again, please?
Which one? You want me to go through this again?
Yes, it's kind of like the line from the linear from the C to D, the arrow. You said the arrow from and that top line. I didn't understand like the arrow is going down to rebase from C to the
No,
direction it's going.
the arrow is not there. That's all. This is merge and this is rebase. See, merge and rebase concept is same. I'm repeating here. Merge and rebase concept is same. It's about integrating changes from one branch to another. So when you merge, changes from one branch will be integrated into another branch. But the only difference is if you merge it, if it is conflict scenario or no conflict scenario, a new commit ID will be added as a topmost commit ID into the branch whenever you merge it. No conflict means same commit ID, which you are integrating from source to destination. Conflict means a different commit ID. Whether it is new commit ID or a different commit ID, a new commit ID will be added as a into the current branch. Whereas in rebase, it will not add as a topmost commit. You're merging C into this branch, but it's not added as a topmost commit. Rather, it is added here, means the log history will be rewritten in such a way that first you will see all the parent commits, then you will see all the child commits. Parent branch is the master branch is the parent branch here. So you are seeing all the parent commits than the child commits. Means if you what does it mean? First parent branch is developed, then child branch. Linear development. It shows linear development rather parallel development. Understood?
Yep,
So
I'm good.
rebase has
So,
more rebase
so the,
has
the
more.
linear. So which one is linear? The rebase?
Yes. It shows linear development.
Rebase shows linear development.
Yes. It shows as though first parent branch is developed than child branch. If you see that, it shows as though you have created B2 branch after commit C, but actually B2 is created after commit B only. But it shows as though you have created branch at this point. Is this clear? Can everyone confirm?
Yes.
So this is a rebase. Like I told you, it's a far advanced concept. Beginners are want to use it. It's confined only for local branches. But the concept, like this concept is, we have something called pull with rebase, where the actual pull which we do on remote is based on that. That kind of pull with rebase is the one we use a lot rather than this one.
So in the project, so they're gonna say do like uh, a linear rebase, or you just how do you know which one it is?
By seeing the commit history, if you see the commit history of this one, you will see all the parent commits than the child commits, right? Whereas if you are seeing a commit history this way, first parent commit, child commit, again parent commit. So that is a non-linear development, right? It shows. So let us go for the hands-on on this one. I'm on master branch. I'm checking the log of this master branch. Okay, before I do rebase, I would like to go with a simple log. I just want only these two commit IDs just to keep the log, just to keep the history simple and proceed. How do I get rid of the top four successive commit IDs? Can anyone help me to do that?
Git reset.
Repeated hyper hard head
Uh,
held
Head tilde 4.
4.
So now, oh, I lost one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. What happened to the next one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Mm, on which branch I am on? Get status. That's okay. Let me know one thing. Somehow head tilde has taken the other one as well. Just making one more. As per the diagrammatic representation, I would like to go with the two changes, two commits. So git add, git commit, minus m, git commit, minus m, file 2. That's done. Right? Git status. Okay. So I have seen this now. Git log one line. I have two commit IDs. Okay, perfect. Now what I want is I want to do a rebase. So sorry, I want to create a branch. I'm creating new branch. Git branch B2 from master. Okay, done. Now before going into B2 branch, I'm creating some file here on master. Okay, the same old story you are all aware of. What should we do?
Add
Git file 3, git commit file 3. I'm just giving the file name. Done. So now I have got 3 commits on 3 files on master. Okay, consider this commit history. Right now, let's create a branch B2. Oh, sorry, I might have 1 second. Actually, I did create a B2, so let's switch to that branch. Git checkout B2. Okay, now if you see the log of B2, I have 2 commits. Okay, fine. Now I'm creating some commit here. Let's say file5.txt. Git add file 5. Git commit. Okay. Clean. Now check the log of B2. Log of master. Okay, let me take out this. uh, Log of master, right? Log of master, log of B2, log of B2. Before rebase, right? Log of B2 after rebase. Let's do the rebase. Also here, as per the diagrammatic representation, if you see, this is commit A, this is commit B, and this is commit, uh, sorry, I'm writing in the reverse. The initial commit, right? This is commit A, then we have commit B, this one commit C. Right here, if you see, I created a branch B2 here, so it's commit A, commit B, parallel development happening, commit A. Right, so now let us do rebase. Rebase is also a kind of git rebase. What is the source here? Master. The destination is B2. I'm already on B2 branch, so writing destination branch is optional. So I'll just do git rebase master. It's got rebase, and you will see the git log one line master and right. So this is the log of master. Let's log of master will not be affected as it is a source. Let's get this. Um, okay, now let's observe this closely. This is commit A still here, commit B on top of it. If you notice, C came and sit in between here. Do you see that? This commit C, this one is in between B and D. Do you see? Committed D, ID may change, but the message, everything is same. What is important is the order of the commit history. All these three from the parent branch. Then the child commits. Making sense now, everyone? You can relate it to the diagram we were talking about few minutes back.
Yeah.
Clear, everyone? If you haven't done rebase, it would be like A, B, D, then C. Are we good? This is the kind of rebase. Log history is rewritten. First, all the parent commits will be arranged, then the child commits. And all the parent commits will be arranged as per the timestamp. Again, all the child commits as per the timestamp. This is a kind of rebase. Any
When
query?
did it, yeah, the rebates, when do they use it mostly? Or just, I mean, in terms of when do you do rebates mostly?
For projects, if you need linear log history, like if there are some smaller projects, at a later point of time you want to understand the log history. Means, see, if you don't do rebase, it's very difficult to understand which changes are coming from which branch, right? So if you want to understand the log history and you want to keep the log history in a linear fashion, or else if there are any projects where development is happening linearly, means you develop in this branch completely, then only you create another branch. In such projects you will use it. Like I told you, this is very rarely used again. Rebase also is very rarely used. This type of rebase. There is another type of rebase which is more widely used, which we'll discuss in the next class.
Okay.
This type is used very less.
Preeti, here the commit ID for D is changed, right? So if we do the merge, then I think in that scenario the commit ID will be same.
If there is no conflict, ID will be same, right? During merges. Here ID will change. The point is the order of the commit history is the point.
Yes.
First, initially we are having parent commits, then child commits, right? So that's important. ID will change. If it is a merge, if it there is no conflict, it ID wouldn't change. It would be the same ID that would be copied.
Okay.
Just observe it when you are doing hands-on also, like merge scenarios, merge with conflicts, merge without conflict. Observe how IDs are getting changed. Okay. And yeah. So this is about rebase. Like I told you, right? We'll do another type of rebase, which is pull with rebase. We'll do pull with rebase. That concept is also based on this one, but we use it in a different variation. Okay, we'll see that on remote repositories. We'll do that. So that is about any questions from anyone in this part. At this point, I would like to bring up the architecture. Architectural diagram. So if you see this, I would like to remind you we are still on local. We have learned many things till now, right? So now it's a time we can go to remote repositories. Good to go? Can I go on?
Yes.
Right. So, we have done lot many things on our local repos. Let's suppose our local repositories are ready. Now we want to move them to remote, right? That's where comes GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab. These works like a remote repositories. Remote repository is like an online management system where you host local repositories like Git, right? So GitHub, Bitbucket, they serve like a remote repositories. Like when you push your changes to these remote repositories, it can be shared across multiple people and collaborate. So that's where remote repositories comes in. Mm, yeah, so this is our local. So we can go to, and by the way, GitHub, Bitbucket are almost similar. If you know one Bitbucket or GitHub, the other one is almost similar. So only thing is, yeah, you have to just a little practice is also not required. They are self-explanatory. Almost every option is similar. Only the UI would be a bit different. That's all. So here in this course, we'll be using GitHub, and yeah. So we'll get started with the GitHub. I think we can start with the remote repositories in the next class. We have covered enough where you can go and do the hands-on before we get into the remote repositories. How many of you have set your labs for Git and started hands-on?
Yeah.
Have you all
I did.
started? I got few people responses. How about others? Everyone, have you?
Not yet.
So just get started with your hands-on and complete it, and then we shall get started with GitHub tomorrow's class. Meanwhile, like if you have any queries, anything, you can go with it. Anything you want me to repeat from the previous topics, or any questions, or any problems you face during the hands-on.
So I'll just double click on the screen that you are sharing. So master is our main branch. When we are merging, we do it from child to parent.
You can merge
Correct?
from any branch to any branch. Source can be anything, destination can be anything. It need not be parent should be source and all. It can be vice versa.
So it's similar to like Unix, like you copying from and to, right? It doesn't matter where it is, right?
Correct. Correct. But
But and they could be in the same directory or the same. I mean, it doesn't even though different. It doesn't matter the destination on. I mean, the source, the from and to is not based on like you can copy from one directory to the other at the same time. It doesn't really matter, right?
Correct.
No, but
Correct.
if we have to maintain lineage, then there has to be the grandfather somewhere, right?
I'm talking about merge concept. Okay, conceptually, your branches can be anything can be source and any branch can be destination. Generally, we develop on child branches, then merge them back to the original or permanent branches like master branch. That's a general process or practice we do.
Understood. Sorry. So let me rephrase my question. So when we are rebasing, then we try to do it to the parent branch,
From
correct?
parent, we bring the changes to destination. Yeah, that's what we did. Yes.
No, sorry,
Because
from parent to destination or from destination to parent?
from parent to source, sorry, from parent to child branch.
I
From
see, I see,
parent
I
branch
see.
to child branch. So when child branch is created long time back, now there were a lot of changes on the parent. I want to integrate. I can do from parent to child.
Understood. Okay, sorry, I got it wrong. I got the direction wrong, but I'm good now.
Hmm. Any more queries from anyone? So let me just take you through the today's assignment.
So while you're doing it, a quick question. I installed Visual Studio and there are a couple of plugins specific with Git or GitHub. So uh, are there some that are very commonly used that we can install? Can you suggest some?
Can let me check what are the extensions I have got. Sorry, extensions. This is the one I have got, Copilot. Nothing actually, you don't have to have anything.
Oh,
Okay, so today it's day 3 of Git. Of course, this is not for November batch, this October batch, so video is already there. You can go to the lab exercises. This is the quiz and the interview questions. Right, these are the queries you have. Right, feature branch, the merge conflicts, everything over here. By the way, just go through these assignments as well as the lab notes is available here. Sorry, lab notes is available here. Here is it in the PDF format. Whichever is convenient for you, you can go for it. I would suggest to go for the lab notes.
Oh.
Here is a merging and stashing. This is what we have. Right? We are ahead of the schedule actually. We completed rebase also. Remote repos will take up tomorrow. If this PDF is preferable, you can go through it. All right, then any more queries? If you don't have queries, I would like to give the time back for your hands-on. Get started with your hands-on and complete everything before we start with the remote repositories tomorrow.
Uh,
Anything?
Preeti, offline, if you want to reach out to you, the WhatsApp number what we have is that the one to reach out to you?
WhatsApp group is there, right? There you can post your queries. So
Okay.
whoever are available will respond immediately for your queries to unblock you from doing the hands-on.
Sure.
A
Thank
better
you.
approach.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Anything else?
Oh, that login ID thing. You said send the email. Um, use the one, not use the one I set up already.
I did not get you, sorry. You are
No,
talking.
I sent you about the login ID for the LMS and stuff.
Okay.
I was having some problem with that.
Okay.
So I just want to test. I'll test it again.
We'll check and get back to you. Okay. After this class, we'll check and get back to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Whoever having any issues with your logins, reach out to us. Okay. We'll fix the issue at the earliest so that you can go with your hands on. All right, then we'll close here and we'll continue from here in the next class. Thank you all. Good day. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.